Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Sunday Live where I answer your questions from the comments. I'm Lesley Logan, co-founder of OnlinePilatesClasses.com. I've been teaching Pilates since 2008, and today I'm answering how to get more abs out of your short box series here on the Reformer. Even if you don't have a Reformer, don't click away just yet. What I'm about to tell you is actually going to help you even with mat exercises, a wooden chair, tower. It applies to everything, so it's going to be really, really useful. Before we get into this question and why maybe you're not feeling those abs as much as you want, and then how to actually activate them even more. I just want to say, if you are a Reformer lover, make sure you go to opc.me/challenge. opc.me/challenge. We actually have a free Reformer accountability program for you, and it really helps you develop consistency in your Reformer practice and accountability, and teaches you how to build habits that stick. So make sure you check that out. Okay, so the things you need, I have a few tools here. You don't need all of these. Well, you do need a couple. You absolutely need a pad for the short box. This might not help for my mat lovers who are watching for advice for them, but it is essential for the short box. And the reason is that if you're sliding around on your box, then you are not going to be able to use your abs as much. So I always sit on a pad here. The next thing I do have is a dowel. This just helps connect your arms to your back when you're doing some of the short box things. So we'll talk about this in a second. The next thing, this is the more optional one, but it does help. This is a Magic Circle by Balanced Body. We'll have our links and our perks for our discounts in the show notes. But the Magic Circle or a TheraBand, I'm out of a TheraBand right now, so you would have a TheraBand wrapped around your legs. I love using this. So if you're someone who uses their hip flexors a lot, then you'll put this around your legs. For my mat lovers and things like that, you can see in our free tutorials how we use the Magic Circle to get more of our outer hips to turn on. So the next thing to getting more abs in your short box practice is the strap and where you place it. If you place it around the tops of your feet, you're going to get hip flexors. We're going to get quads, right? So we actually need to put it at the base of the ankle where it meets your foot, meets your ankle. Push out, not from the knees, but from here. And then make sure you have a nice taut strap, okay? So that's what you're wanting to look for. This Magic Circle gives me something to push into for my thighs, so I'm not tempted to do it for my knees. And I can get my glutes to turn on. So you can see how tall I am right now. And then if I push it on the Magic Circle and get my seat to turn on, you can see I get a little taller. So it's off, on, right? You want it on. I don't need the Magic Circle to do this in my practice today, but there was a time when I needed this help, I needed this information. So the next thing that you want to make sure you are aware of when it comes to getting more abdominals here is how tall you are. If you shrink to round, there's no way your abdominals can work. It's just not how it goes. So you actually have to see how tall you are here and stay that tall to go back, stay that tall to come up. Now, you notice my legs didn't slide around, right? That's because I was using my stomach. If your legs slide around, it's because it's a sign you're not. So you don't go back anymore. You don't go back that far. You maybe go a little bit and a little bit, and you build up your abdominal glute work here. So my glutes are on, which means my hip flexors get to be less on. So when I'm going back into a round, I am making sure that my glutes are on so my pelvis can turn. My abdominals are holding me up, and then my pelvis can turn, my abdominals are holding me up. If I'm doing the flat back to get more abdominals there, I hold the bar, I pull it apart, I make sure my arms aren't way behind me, but they're slightly in front, and I pull it out here. Hello, Gaia. Good morning. So I pull it apart here. This connects my lats in. What does that connect to? Guess what? Obliques. You get more abdominals that way. And then here's the key with this one. I'm going to look at the tip of my nose to go back and the tip of my nose to come up. Why? If I look at the ceiling, my neck takes it, not my abdominals. So if you're looking to get more abs in your short box, look at the tip of your nose. Legs don't move around. Look at the tip of your nose. For the twist and reach, the twist needs to come from the waist, not the hips. So if your hips are shimmying side to side, you're not using your abs. So a lot of getting the abs to work more in your short box series is more about your setup than anything, right? Understanding where you're moving from, what that setup is. What happens is you get nice and tired, you get to take this off, and now my glutes know how to work when it comes to the tree, which is just a more advanced roll up. But because I'll have my arms here to help me, right, I can actually make sure that I'm using my abdominals to come up here because I'm not, and there's no rush and I'm not hanging back there. So you can use the arms to take your time and find those abdominals. What I tend to see is this, or like just weird, like it's a lazy choreography. The reason it's there is as I walk up with my arms connected to my back, we talked about this already, more lats, which means more obliques. When I have my arms here, I can focus on how can I get longer? I can push my leg into my arms. I can pull my waist back, and then I can bend more and get more core. So if you're doing all those things and you're still not feeling your core, I bet you your strap placement is incorrect. Your box might be too big, and you are probably not using your glutes as much as you think, or you might be rushing the moves. So it doesn't mean you go slow. Slow doesn't mean control, but going too fast means you're probably out of it as well. If you're an OPC member, what you can actually do is film yourself doing the short box series. I will review it and give you feedback on your form and let you know what I'm seeing, because it could just be where your box is placed. Sometimes I see the box is too close to the strap or too far away, and that makes a difference. This is really, really important because I think we think Pilates can be one size fits all, and it's not. It is for everybody, and there is an option for you in every exercise and to build you up to exercises you're not ready for yet. But we're all going to have to go within our body based on what our strengths are and where our weaknesses are. So I hope these little check-in tips around your setup helped you find more abdominals in this. Again, you can go to opc.me/challenge if you want to do a reformer workout series with me. I'll help hold you accountable. I'll teach you how habits stick, and you can really start to build up a consistent reformer practice. For more tips on individual exercise, we have a whole reformer playlist, and we have a flashcard deck. So we actually have flashcards that have all the reformer exercises on it with tips and complementary exercises, so you can really understand how things transition, work together, build your practice up so you can be autonomous whether you're a teacher or not. Drop your questions in the comments below. We go live every Sunday answering your questions, and I will see you next time.